In the year 2022, the world witnessed an astonishing surge in global tourism, with a staggering 415 million tourists traversing the globe. This phenomenon, often referred to as mass tourism, has brought with it a complex tapestry of both positive and negative impacts on the environment and local communities. As I delve into the intricate web of consequences, it becomes apparent that the allure of mass tourism is not without its burdens, particularly for the environment and local cultures. One of the most glaring issues associated with mass tourism is its environmental toll. The modes of transportation chosen by tourists play a pivotal role in exacerbating this problem. For instance, a single plane traveling from New York to London emits around 90 tons of carbon dioxide. That is roughly equivalent to the emissions produced by about 50 to 60 average passenger cars driven for a whole year in the United States. The startling contrast between modes of transport highlights the urgent need for eco-friendly alternatives. Trains, for instance, emit 8 times less CO2 per person per kilometer than cars, and a staggering 14 times less than planes. Beyond carbon emissions, the ecological impact of mass tourism extends to biodiversity. A sobering study conducted by the NGO World Animal Protection between 2014 and 2017 revealed a 292% increase in the number of selfies taken with animals during this period. Shockingly, many of these animals endure torture and captivity solely for the purpose of being photographed with tourists. Pollution from the tourism sector poses an additional threat to ecosystems and, consequently, biodiversity. The slightest disruption can lead to the destruction of natural habitats, endangering countless species. Yet, the effects of mass tourism extend beyond the environment, casting a long shadow over local cultures. It has become increasingly evident that this form of tourism may be contributing to cultural erosion. The very essence of local practices, whether religious, traditional, or ethnic rituals, is disrupted, as are festivals and customary events. What was once a vibrant and integral part of local life begins to fade into a commodified version of itself. Local cultures are often reduced to mere commodities in the pursuit of profit. Travel agencies, in their quest for price competitiveness, prioritize low costs over the preservation of cultural richness. The result is a superficial and often inauthentic experience for tourists and the degradation of the unique heritage of the local communities. Amid these challenges, the concept of sustainable tourism emerges as a beacon of hope. Sustainable tourism seeks to strike a balance by prioritizing 3 key objectives: the preservation of the identity of World Heritage Sites, the improvement of living conditions for local inhabitants through their active participation in economic activities related to tourism, and the protection of the environment and natural resources of tourist destinations. Sustainable tourism comes in various flavors, each with its unique charm and mission. Take, for example, ecotourism. It's all about urging adventurers to dive into biodiverse wonderlands while underlining the vital need for conservation. This not only nurtures the environment but also enlightens tourists about the delicate ecosystems they're wandering through. Now, let's talk about another intriguing facet of sustainable travel: staying with the locals. Thanks to platforms like Airbnb, you can plunge deep into regional culture, forging genuine bonds with the people who call the place home. Plus, it's a win-win, as it eases the financial load on traditional hotels while funneling more funds into the hands of local communities. And then there's the core principle of responsible travel, which shines brightly in the realm of sustainable tourism. It champions the idea of balance, ensuring that both tourists and locals benefit, fostering a sense of unity. This approach guarantees that the financial fruits of tourism are shared fairly among everyone involved, from the big corporations to the small-scale businesses and the very residents who breathe life into these destinations. In response to the adverse effects of mass tourism, various initiatives have been implemented to mitigate its impact. Some destinations have resorted to regulating attendance at tourist sites and restricting access to protect their fragile ecosystems. Cruise lines have also made strides in reducing their environmental footprint by developing ships powered by natural gas, such as Costa and MSC Cruises. Two notable examples showcase the power of such initiatives. Venice, a city besieged by tourists, has contemplated creating an urban park near St. Mark's Square to provide respite for locals and mitigate the overcrowding. Peru, meanwhile, has taken measures to safeguard Machu Picchu, including limiting daily visitors and extending visiting hours, relieving the immense pressure on this iconic site. In conclusion, mass tourism, while fueling economic growth and cultural exchange, cannot be divorced from its environmental and cultural impacts. The surge in global tourism places immense pressure on the environment, disrupts local cultures, and risks diminishing the very essence of the places we seek to explore. Sustainable tourism, with its focus on preservation, equity, and environmental responsibility, offers a path forward, a path that seeks to balance the allure of travel with the imperative to protect our planet and its diverse cultures. As travelers, we have a responsibility to choose this path and ensure that our journeys leave a positive mark on the world, not scars of exploitation and degradation.